All right, here we go. I'm just going to make a little video from the beginning of the road, from the pavement section. Wait. Actually, now, where's my coat? Sorry, I got to put my seatbelt on. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're good. Let me see if I can hold this thing steady. We don't want that in the way, do we? There. Okay, let's go. So it's going to be Canada Day here on Tuesday, I guess. We'll be celebrating our 158th birthday, of all things. Let me try that now. Let me see if I can hold this steadier. There we go. Oh. So we don't have anything planned. Our government has given us a little note with a flag on the back that somehow mine got mangled. So we don't have no flag up at our house, but if you're lucky, you might see one on the way home here. Oh, here's one right here. Look at that. I am a patriot. Wouldn't know what to do if the country decided to break up, let alone join the United States as the 51st state, which I doubt very much will ever happen. We got a beautiful country here. I can't imagine some of the stupidity that's going on. Oh well, I guess that's just the way it is. Now, power lines. Now, as far as I know, and I'm pretty sure about it, the very top line is where the power is, and I think the line underneath it is the return line. So they send power out on these things. They're through transformers, keep bumping it up till it gets to our homes. I often wonder about what's going on with this guy. He's good. Anyway. And every pole has its own number, which I didn't know until a few years back when I had to report the pole across the road. And that really helps getting the crews to come out here and go to the right place without them having to drive around, figuring out where the problem is. And we just crossed two brooks, it's called. Two bridges over two brooks. I think it's just one brook that's split, but... And they have come down our road and they filled in the potholes with all this black stuff on the middle of the road. All over the road. Oh, guy's got his goalie hockey net out. Hockey in Canada is our main sport, although the national sport is lacrosse, which was an Indian game at one point. And we found out, digging around, the wood ash that I was putting in the potato patch was the wrong thing to do. That's a pretty good dead tree, full holes. Ash changes the pH, so I have to find something else to put in there. But it doesn't look like we're going to have any more gardens. We just don't have time anymore, and that's just it. And I can't imagine why, because we have more free time. And yet we're busier than I was when I was working. And the incompetence that we've run into. You just got to shake your head. That skeleton on the side of the road, I think it's a coyote that got hit. Birds picked it clean, and every once in a while somebody drives over it. It was there for quite a long time. Still there, actually, but... And there was a deer somewhere around here. I can't remember on the way out. I just stood in the middle of the road and just kept on staring at me. I think it was up farther here on the dirt part. It was. And you'll notice these power poles, they dance, they go around one side of the road or the other, and they try to keep them in a straight line. When there's a curve in the road, a lot of times they'll just cross the lines over the road. The bottom wire, that's your cable TV, your telephone wires, etc. Okay, we made it to the dirt. For the life of me, I don't know why people don't move over more and just make 2 lines on one side, 2 lines on the other, instead of getting them really close. And after all the yipping and yapping I did, and everybody did on this road, we finally got it reasonable that you can go a good speed on it. Mind you, I don't go faster than 60 at the best of times. I usually put it on cruise control, and I might as well do that. It frees up my feet. Speaking about my feet, last Friday I went and got my big toenail, I don't know what they call it, re-rooting or something. They cut down both sides of the big toe. And what they did is dug that old nail out of there and killed the root. So hopefully that toe is good forever. I don't have problems with the other ones, but my other big toe, I wished he did it on that toe as well. But it took a few days. Like, I had to spend a few nights on the lazy boy, get my foot up out of the way. And that way the sheets didn't bother, nothing. And today is the first day I didn't put a Band-Aid on it. But after I get home, I'll soak my toe, put some polysporin on it, and just let it do its thing. Here we go. Look at that. That's pretty. And here's the vacant house. I don't know how many years those clothes have been hanging out there. There's some turkeys in the back of the field over there. Too slow. And we have them up at our property. And I stuck both gate cameras up. Again last night or yesterday. See if I can catch the turkeys and deers and stuff like that online. bad the way. Probably a bit wobbly here, but yesterday, once I started, I couldn't stop. There were 2.5 tanks of gas, and I got the whole top section mowed up because the rain today would mean I wouldn't be able to go get it cut. And now last hill going down. I wished I was a lot younger. I would have got into this buying property thing a lot earlier in life. I would like to have it all together in one big giant piece, but I suppose you just, when you're young, you buy a piece of property and just sit on it and pay low taxes. Now this hill, everybody drives up the other side. And we're the last house on the left at the end of the power line. Oops. And you can see the loopings. They're pretty near done now. But it sure is, on a nice sunny day, they sure look nice. Then they turn into these ugly brown, black looking things, and they spread everywhere. And here we are. Home sweet home. Nothing like a freshly mowed lawn. But I got these little turfs that I miss. They get in between there's 3 blades, and then there's so the 2 blades where they touch. The grass is so heavy sometimes that they don't get a chance to cut the grass properly. I have to go slower. But what I found is, there we go, let's back up. There, this is as far as I'm going to go. And I got to run. And we'll talk to you fine folks later. Bye-bye.